Welcome back, LAW fans. My name is Crazy Joe, and we are live during our main event of the evening, Corey Cobain versus Andrade El Idolo from AEW. Corey going up to the top rope now, trying to make a huge statement for his career, but Andrade rolling out of the way, and Corey eating that big boot. Now, hold on now. Andrade taking off the top turnbuckle, maybe looking for some knees in that exposed corner, perhaps. Oh no, going to a waistlock, German suplex, sending Corey Cobain on top of his head. Oh no, the referee is going to try to fix the turnbuckle, while Andrade has got the steel chair in the middle of the ring, throws it right at Corey's face. Oh, but Corey's back up. Corey Cobain throwing Andrade into the corner. 619 off of the ropes. Oh no, Andrade countered. Andrade had it scouted, dropping him down on the knee and following up with that modified takedown lariat. What a win it would be for Corey Cobain if he was able to get a pinfall on a man with the name value of an Andrade El Idolo. It'd be one of the biggest upsets in LAW history, but the DM might send him to message request. No! A kick out of 2 from Corey. Andrade has to be thinking, he just pulled out one of the biggest moves in his arsenal. What does he have to do to take down this kid? What does he have to do to take down Corey Cobain? Oh, and now, look at the grab, the arm, and stomping on the hand repeatedly of Cobain. Now sending Cobain into the corner. Andrade, no, Cobain with the back elbow. No, dodging that punch in a beautiful drop kick from El Idolo. In the corner with the hesitation style drop kick that time. And Andrade seems to not be done yet. Picking up Corey Cobain. Throwing Corey against the ropes. Down with the modified tilt-a-whirl face buster. Oh, wait a minute. Corey kicking off Andrade. Corey has really been the heart and soul of LAW in the past few weeks. Looking for a repeat of earlier. Another 619 in the corner. Can he get it this time? Yes, he can. Right on the money. But he's not done. Corey's not done. Calling Andrade back up. A second springboard European uppercut. Now falling into the corner. Looking for a Corey trigger. No. Nobody home. Andrade now. Oh my God. Mexican Destroyer. Into the cover. 1, 2. No. Corey Cobain. Corey Cobain's still alive! Oh, come on, not again! Not again, Andrade taking off the turnbuckle again! A referee, Sam, going immediately to the turnbuckle. Oh my God! Low blow with the referee not looking, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The DM! Not this way! Not this way! 2, 3, God damn it! Come on, Andrade! You're a world-class athlete! You have more talent than anybody, almost anybody in this business! You didn't need to cheat to win! You didn't need to do that, Andrade! You didn't need to do all that! That is absolutely unreal! Andrade, you didn't have to do that! You didn't have to do that! You know what? You didn't have to do that! You didn't have to do that, Andrade! You didn't have to do that! What are you gonna do, huh? What are you gonna do? You know, last week at LAW, Andrade El Idolo put his hands on me. I am not an in-ring competitor. I am a commentator. I sit behind the table and I call the action for the fans of LAW week in and week out. And Andrade put his hands on me. And now, normally, this wouldn't warrant this type of reaction. This wouldn't warrant this, but the people have been talking. The LAW fans, they have been talking. And I've been training. Not a lot of people realize this. I've been training for over a year to go from the commentary booth to in-ring action. So Andrade, I've got it cleared through management. I'm making my professional wrestling debut this week against Andrade El Idolo. And I don't care how much it takes out of me. I will revenge Kari. And Andrade, you will not walk out the winner. Welcome back to LAW. It is now time for your main event of the evening. And this one is an interesting one. Last week, our color commentator himself, Crazy Joe, was attacked after the main event by Andrade El Idolo after Joe didn't agree with him using a low blow to defeat Kari Cobain. And we saw from a promo that Joe put on social media a little earlier on in the week that he has been secretly training for over a year for his professional wrestling in-ring debut. And we are about to see that tonight. But he is in for no small task because he is facing an AEW contracted professional wrestler in Andrade El Idolo. Will the rookie be able to pull out what he needs to get the shock upset victory here tonight and avenge his friend Kari? Or will it be another win in the column for Andrade? And now making his way down the arena, this is a proud member of the Don Callis family, Andrade El Idolo. A former NXT champion, has held belts in a multitude of companies, including CMLL, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Ring of Honor, NXT, and many, many more. He is as well traveled as they come in the business today. And recently, he's been making a couple stops here at LAW. He ruffled a couple feathers. And tonight, he is facing our commentator, Crazy Joe, in his debut. In the mind of Andrade, you have to think this is easy pickings. You have to think this might be one of the easiest matches of his life. But it's the goal of that man, Crazy Joe, to prove him otherwise. And our ref, Sarah, ringing the bell. And Joe offering a handshake. And that's what you had to expect. Andrade kicking him right after the handshake attempt. No code of honor here in LAW. And Joe rolling out of the way of that chop with a chop of his own. But Andrade ducks. And now the chop's coming back on his own end. Multiple strikes and a drop kick to the back. Andrade El Idolo, he's been fighting in the big leagues, you could say, for a very, very long time. But since his most recent departure from the WWE, he has decided to take a little bit of an independent tour, if you will. Making one of his stops on that tour right here in Los Angeles Wrestling. These two going back and forth with the chops. Joe trying to hold his own against Andrade. Now Andrade, though, with the forearms to the face. Looking to lift Joe up into a powerbomb position. Dragging him to the corner. Sending him face first across that top turnbuckle. And we saw last week against Corey Cobain how skillful Andrade is with those turnbuckles, how on the split end of a dime, he can use it to his advantage. Kick out at one from the rookie. Andrade now calling Joe up to his feet. Andrade, springboard drop kick, but moving out of the way is Joe. Now Joe picking him up and using those big arms of his to his advantage. Multiple lariats. And another taker down Andrade. And maybe a little O to Raven. ECW legend right after. But that O doesn't mean anything. He can get flattened by a semi-truck right after. What a big boot from Andrade. And now Andrade has Joe tied up against the ropes. Throwing him off. Clothesline, almost taking his head off. Andrade now thinking, maybe even taking a breather here. You have to think he's coming into this matchup severely underestimating Joe, but honestly, who wouldn't? This is his first match ever in a professional wrestling ring. We know this man has a gift of gab. He can talk with the best of them. But can he prove that he has what it takes inside of a wrestling ring? When the bell rings, what are you made of? Andrade sending Joe off the ropes, and there you go. Maybe a little bit of early ring IQ here from Crazy Joe. Atomic drop into the discus lariat. Beautifully done, and Joe showed Andrade that he thinks he's number one. Oh, and what a running European uppercut, taking him off of his feet into the cover, and only a 1 count on the wily veteran. And I'll give Joe credit where credit is due. He is having one hell of a performance right now. But as I said, that commentator's curse, Andrade coming back right out of the corner, sending Joe into one of his own. And now picking up Joe to the top turnbuckle. What does El Idolo have in mind here? Climbing up to the top rope, looking for a Spanish fly. Beautifully done, and that may be all he wrote if Andrade goes for the cover here. But he's not. Andrade's looking to finish him off. Oh, wait a minute. Joe had it scouted. Joe eat into The Lamari Straw Cradle. Oh, and a kick out. Oh my God, Joe picking him up into the power bomb backbreaker. My God, into the cover. 2, and Joe just got a 2 count on Andrade. Joe keeps it fired up. This is exactly what you have to do, but Andrade with the counter, slowing it down right into the headlock. Now Andrade looking to go after Joe some more. Oh my God, it looks like a cut has opened up on the right eye of Crazy Joe. This is definitely not the way you wanted to spend your debut at LAW. Andrade throwing Joe into the turnbuckle. Multiple forearm strikes. Andrade going up, looking for the moonsault. Joe moves out the way, but Andrade, quick on his feet, gets the second. Only a 1 count on Joe. What heart we are seeing from the rookie. But now Andrade going up top. Crossbody connects. Looking for a knee drop, but this time Joe moves out of the way. Joe back up to his feet. Maybe looking for a maneuver here. No. Andrade pushes him off. But Joe coming back with the strikes. Doing everything that he can. Off the ropes. That time got caught with a drop kick. And now Andrade looking to teach him a lesson. Going after the knee repeatedly with those punches. My God. Looking to take out the knees. Looking to take out the legs. So Joe doesn't know what's coming. DM. Into the cover. 1, 2, through. No! A kick out at 2. A kick out at 2 from Joe. How the hell did Joe kick out of that? Andrade off the springboard. No! This time Joe right back into another Lamari Straw Cradle. Trying to get the victory. Trying to steal it here. He does it! He does it! Oh my God! Crazy Joe, in his pro wrestling debut, just stole the victory on Andrade El Idolo. That has been it for my career. We will see you next time.